giant picked up the trembling Sophie with one hand and carried her across the cave and put her on the table. Now he's really going to eat me. What do you think is going to happen? Go ahead. They're going to become friends? Let's see. The giant let out a bellow of laughter. Just because I is giant, you think I is man-gobbling cannibal. So, did what Gwen thought was going to happen happen? In this snippet we read? No. What happened?
He told Sophie about all the things in Giant World.
What types of things did he talk about in Giant World?
He talked about...
Do you want to look up the words that you're looking for? It should be right on that page.
He talked about the famous bony crunching giant and bone.
Awesome.
Well, we're going to do some reading, and I'll help you. And do you want to start, Gwen?
Sure. When they
So maybe sound it out in chunks. Pull.
into the fair.
So let's read it over so it can go smoother.
When they pulled.
Alright, let's stop there for today. Alright, now we have some story star questions. Now, where was the setting?
It was in the barn where
Good. And what was your favorite character?
Oh. I like Charlotte's Web.
Yeah. Good.
We're going to think of a problem that we had during the summer and we're going to write a story about it. But before we do that, we're going to plan our writing. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to draw our hand. So this is the fun part. You get to put your hand on the paper and trace your hand. Now that we've thought about what problem we had during the summer, so think of something that maybe you got grounded, maybe you wanted to go somewhere and you didn't, that happened during the summer, and then we're going to write about it. So let's think about the setting, and that's what's going to go on our thumb. And on our first finger, we're going to put the characters. So this would be you and whoever you had the problem with. On the middle finger, we're going to write what the problem was. The next finger is the ring finger. We're going to write the events. The last pinky finger is the solution. Now in the middle, on your palm, is where you're going to kind of bring them all together and write it into a story. Summarize it and have your main idea show.
Okay, so we're gonna do some sight words today. I'm gonna read them and then I wanna see who can write it down the fastest. And lift up your board when you're done writing it. Okay, and the first person to do it wins that round. First one is children. Oh, that was pretty close, but I think it was you. You get to keep this one. Okay, ready for the next one? Below. Oh, this one goes to you.
So then we put points at the top.
We'll just keep track. Whoever has the most papers at the end. Yeah. Okay, next problem. Oh, better hurry up.
Hey Molly. Yeah? I have a question. I know that once we're done with tutoring, we're supposed to write in these goals, but I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, okay, so if you turn to the front of your folder, you'll see that there's a student goal sheet on the front of every folder. We pre-tested all of your students to determine what areas they specifically needed the most help. And those are listed right here on the front. Every goal should be worked on every week, but you don't have to work on all 4 goals in any given day. So in this, write down what goals you worked on and what you did for those goals.
Okay.
And then when you come tomorrow, look at the past couple goal sheets to see what goals haven't been covered. If there's a goal that hasn't been covered, you want to make sure you cover that one on that day.
Sure.
And they're all in the front to review, and these should be intertwined through everything that you do throughout the lesson.
And what do I do if my students have completely different goals?
If two students have completely different goals, you can just work on both of them intertwined, or ask one student to, for example, if one student has main idea and the other doesn't, you can ask one student about main idea and then turn to the other student and ask a different question, like, what do you think happened first, if their goal is sequencing?
Can I just write the goal that's already on my front page? Or can I just copy the long description of it?
No, you actually need to say specifically what you worked on to develop this goal and where the student was still struggling with that. So for example, if you worked on the main idea by asking questions at the end of the story, but the student had a difficult time remembering what the main idea was, you may want to mention that the student has a difficult idea retaining the definition of main idea. And then say how you work to improve that. So if you work to improve that by repeatedly sharing the definition and asking them to repeat it back, and then reading a passage and then asking them what the main idea was, write that down specifically.
Losing all your hair so unpacked.
Would you like to pick up your pencil?
No.
Oh, what can we do to fix that?
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Well, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Well, why don't you want to write?
I hate writing.
Well, how about this? If we write something today quickly, we'll have more time to play a game. But if we take longer to write, then we're going to have less time to play our game. What do you think about that?
Yes.
Yeah? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with our name.
It's your turn to read. Do you want to? Okay. Gwen, do you want to sit down and maybe pick up the bananagrams?
No.
No? Do you want to discuss maybe stopping for a little while?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Do you want to maybe pick a different book for reading?
Sure.
Okay. So maybe let's pick some from here.
Okay, time for us to do our sight words, girls. I'll give you this half, and you can do this half. And just try reading through them, okay?
Read
Why
that
don't you
book.
guys write a story
Start right there.
using some of these sight words?
So
like, what are you doing this weekend?
Hey,
Can I get
should
your
hang
number?
out.
Can I get your number?
They give you-
There you go. Good, good. Keep reading. So I don't know, I might be gone, but
They had
You put it in?
nice
Yeah.
okay, cool.
flavor. Perhaps I would change my mind
Yeah.
and go for England with them. You
What are your kids doing?
The BFG
I don't know, they're writing a story.
and you
Yeah.
When do we even
go
start
to
these?
the
I don't
giant.
remember. I didn't pay attention to that part.
Do you know how many more weeks this is?
You would not think
Forever?
the giants. You
So how did that make you feel when the tutors acted like that?
horrid. She didn't ask me for my number. I like when my tutor teach me a new word.
I like tutoring because now I read and write better.
Weird look came from John Arable's face. He seemed almost ready to cry himself.
Excuse me?
Is
Here are your daily reports, and this is not appropriate dress for tutoring.
Sure, I'm sorry.
I don't know what to do.
But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would away forever, exalted in the sea. As long as I am with you, my heart continues to beat. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the bad